Eagles legend, the man himself, Jason Kelce, owner of the most epic post Super Bowl victory parade speech ever, weighed in on something with the NFL that I have been thinking about a lot lately. And I'm curious what you all think as well. And I appreciate Jason Kelce being in the position he's in, doing the media he does for the NFL, being an ex player, actually putting this out there. And it leads me to a second thing that I think kind of goes hand in hand with this first one. And I'm curious what you all think about in terms of how this is going to impact your NFL viewing this season. So let's take a listen to this. It's only about 50 seconds. Then I've got some other stuff built on this that I want to share with you as well and talk about. And I'm really curious what you all think in the comments, because you're the people. I'm the people that this is going to directly impact. Real quick, if you're enjoying the content, and Eagles start OTAs tomorrow if you're seeing this on Monday. By the way, hope you've been having a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. So we're going to be getting into more and more content. I've been working on clearing my schedule that I can be more consistent with the videos. So please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. I do appreciate it. So let's take this in. The man himself. Let me make this a little bigger for y'all.
I don't think we're there yet. Sunday is the day of football, right? Outside of going to church in the morning, if you're still religious and you do that, Sunday is like where so many games happen. And that's what you grow up and you gear your entire week around watching football on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's an institution at this point, the NFL playing games on Sunday. With every day that we keep adding in there, we're getting away from that just a little bit. And I worry that I think the game got big. One of the reasons it got so popular and big was because all of the game, it was an event. Sunday is the NFL. And everybody set their week apart to tune into their games that were happening on Sunday. And you're watching kind of all of them now take place across Sunday Ticket, right? I worry that we're getting away from that just a little bit by building too many of this. I don't think.
All right. Now, look, I get it. A lot of people were like, oh, well, you're a diehard Eagles fan. Of course you're going to agree with Jason. Hey, man, Jason's had some takes I absolutely did not agree with, but I think he is spot on right here. Now, look, obviously the popularity, it's a great game and people love football. But yeah, there's some truth to the fact compared to other sports and all the games that, one, fewer games, two, they're on Sunday. I remember growing up a lot of times, when I wasn't actually playing sports myself, where there weren't things to do on a Sunday, with the old man, chores and that sort of thing. Saturdays sometimes will be long days because we're clearing the schedule for football on Sunday, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And then obviously it became 8 o'clock with the Sunday night game as well. And you would have Monday, and that was it. And Monday was the one game Monday night. But he is absolutely right. People in the fall/winter, build their schedules around Sunday is football. And now we've got a lot of not just it used to be Thursday was Thanksgiving, and maybe there'd be one later in the season. And now it's a lot of Thursdays, and now it's Christmas, regardless of what day of the week Christmas is. And now we got the international games, which screw you up with your time, and on and on and on. And I think you are going to get fewer people. How should I put this? Because I don't want to make it sound like the sky is falling and the NFL is going to fall apart. It's massive, right? And even like a 10% reduction in ratings, you look at the overall number and it's going to be like a blip. People aren't even going to miss it. But let me ask you this, and then this ties into the second thing that I think when you put the two together really causes a problem for some people is, are you going to go out of your way to keep up with the ever-expanding, ever-shifting schedule in the NFL to catch games? Or are you going to watch fewer games? Are you just going to be like, hey, Sunday's the day, and obviously Monday, and then if the Eagles are on a different night or what have you, you watch that as well? Does it become more focused on just the Eagles and you catch other games on Sunday? Or like I said, are you going to go out of your way to stay up with the number of games that you've watched before all this and be like, oh, well, let me check the schedule because there might be a game Wednesday and maybe there's a game Tuesday and then maybe there's a game Saturday at 7 a.m. because it's international, right? Which goes into the next thing I want to talk to you about, because these two together, I think, could also kind of have a multiplier effect, and that is this, something people are already complaining about and pushing back. 2026 NFL season streaming costs, subscriptions revealed. And I would argue that it's not even just the price. But again, you've got all these games on different days now. Now you've got all these different services and you got to keep track, and it becomes a bit of a nightmare, right? Oops, sorry. I thought I actually shut off the recording there for a second. Anyway, heading into new NFL season, football viewers will require streaming or cable packages, Netflix, Prime Video, Peacock, and other networks in order to watch every game. YouTube TV's popularity is certainly increasing, given its access to NFL Sunday Ticket, but the package comes at a cost. NFL fans need 10 different streaming subscriptions to watch every football game next season. Total cost to watch every game, nearly $1,000. In the 90s, you needed basic cable and a TV, and Sunday was basically the day that you devoted. A few broadcast networks and ESPN covered the entire sport. That was it. Netflix, Prime Video, NFL Network, Peacock, NBC, Fox, CBS, ESPN Plus, Paramount Plus, YouTube TV, NFL Sunday Ticket. It is nearly impossible. So now you've got all these different services that even if you can afford, it's still a nightmare to keep track of, and more different days for NFL games as well. New customers using YouTube TV can expect to pay over $250 for the entire season of NFL Sunday Ticket games. However, recurring users might pay as much as $480 depending on how long their subscription is active. Regardless, it's clear that football and other sports fans are growing tired of the streaming trend. Overall, the idea makes it easier for viewers to watch games, but growing costs are certainly a concern. The NFL's increased effort to put exclusive games on streaming platforms like Netflix, Peacock, and Prime Video also makes it difficult for fans of certain teams. And we'll get it. Now, what's interesting, for those of you who don't know, because I don't know if I've ever talked about it on this channel, right? It talks about, meanwhile, overall NFL viewership reportedly increased by 10% during the 2025 season. Now, if you're familiar with what they did recently, that's actually could be a decline, as crazy as that sounds, because going into the 2026 stuff, everything about how ratings were compiled changed, and it changed in a positive way. In other words, you can't compare increases now to 25 and before because the count adds to it. Now, I'm not saying I believe it's a more accurate account, but they're still different. And they're saying it is about 15 to 30% of ratings now of viewers are because of the different way that they now calculate ratings, which means that 10% is not 10% at all. It's likely maybe break even at best, maybe a little decline from 2025, which should be a huge concern for the NFL. Now, again, it's so damn massive that I guess they could be flat for a long time, but that's not growth. That 10% increase from 26 to 25 is absolutely not growth. Now, check this out. If you want to watch every NFL game, Netflix, not $9 a month, really? Is that? I'd have to double check that, but that seems low. Prime Video, 15 a month. I think it's more. NFL Network requires cable or streaming. Peacock, 8. Fox, cable or streaming. CBS, cable or streaming. ESPN Plus, 12. These numbers seem low too. Actually, I'd have to look into it, but unless it's like the most basic of service and you can get the NFL games with it. Paramount Plus, 9. YouTube, 82. NFL Sunday Ticket, 480. In totality, fans can expect to pay upwards of $1,000 ahead of the 2026 NFL season. Out of market games require subscriptions to NFL Sunday Ticket in order to watch NFL teams outside of geographic zones. So you take everything Jason just said, which I agree about, right? It becomes a nightmare trying to figure out all the different days of the week now and the different times and all that. And then you combine that with this insane number of channels and streaming services that carry games. Does this make you more or less likely to watch as many games as you've watched previously? Fewer games, more games? Are you going to really dig into when all these games are and build your schedule and your life around games on multiple days and multiple services? Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Appreciate y'all checking this out. Do me a quick favor, like, comment, subscribe. I will talk to you later.